É que polícia? Hoje?
First and foremost, I'd like to say Barakatah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, at Ruwell. Salutations to the sincere Akiam that push this truth in all due diligence and sincerity. Excuse me. Brother Wa Allah from the GMS London camp coming at you again with another sit down, man. Bringing down the evil imaginations within this place, casting these damnable heresies down and calling on the Lord Yahweh Hashem Hawashai to bring down this wicked ass kingdom in which we reside. What you just saw there was some small hat fans from the land of Israel getting too big for their boots. They were in Amsterdam for a football game against Ajax, Amsterdam's premium football club, right? And those football fans, the small hat ones, were singing songs basically damning the Palestinians, saying, yeah, let the IDF kill all the Arabs, is what they were saying. And so what did the locals do? They fucked them up, man. Because people have had enough of these small hats, man. Back in the day, you know, they had a hedge about them. But the Lord is slowly, Yahweh is slowly starting to peel that back. And people are starting to literally lay their hands on these devils, man. They went into Amsterdam. They started singing songs about let the Arabs get killed by the IDF. And the local people there that were pro-Palestine and supported the Palestinians went to work on them, man. Fucked them up, basically, long story short, and put hands on them, man. Rightfully so. And ultimately, the power of Esau Edom is waning upon the earth, man. This is the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, and I'm going to start from verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how are the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased. You know, first and foremost, the king of Babylon, the land of Babylon itself, the ancient Babylon is Iraq, yeah, but the new Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, in our time today is America, man, the land of confusion. Babel goes, the Hebrew word Babylon, the word Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word Babel, which means confusion. Yeah, where the Lord confused the languages. Now, America carries forward that same type of spirit, man, and it's pretty much the land of confusion in the world that we live in today. Hence why we know that, and through a number of other different prophecies, such as the Lord being crucified over there, being spiritually Egypt, all the 12 tribes being oppressed over in that land over there in America, the fact that ultimately America is the pinnacle from which wickedness goes forth in society. We understand that place, man, without a shadow of a doubt, through the process of elimination, is the new Babylon. Now, the Lord said to the prophet Isaiah here, take up this proverb, this wise saying against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. And you see America waning. America is through, nowhere near what it used to be, man. And Donald Trump, the president-elect's coming back for another term in office, is not going to be able to extend the run of this place. The Lord Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger was persecuted, and none hindereth. Now, ultimately, Esau is still in power, but his power is waning. People are starting to see these devils for the absolute frauds that they are, man. They're starting to get called out. And these small hats are also really hated across the entirety of the globe, man. People hate these small hats with an absolute fucking passion, because people can see the hypocrisy. Even in that video that I just played for you just there, those small hat fans, yeah, the J fans, yeah, were in Amsterdam, yeah, after a football game, in their drunken state, singing "Death to the Arabs, let the IDF take them out." They were in Amsterdam away from Palestine and felt, yeah, like they thought so little of those Arabs that they were just basically chanting death, chanting incantations of death against them. And what happened? The locals in Amsterdam that felt a type of way about that attacked him. So basically, they the small hats, racism is a thing in the Bible. It's a part of life. But let's just use Esau's rhetoric. The small hats were being racist. They were basically calling for the death of Arabs, and people got offended by their anti-Arab sentiment and attacked them. Basically, they were being racist, so they ended up in fights. Understandable, you know. And then, long story short, the riot police ended up turning up and protecting the small hats, and basically arrested the local people from Amsterdam for fighting against them because of the fact that they were calling out Arabs, and then they ended up branding the people of Amsterdam um, anti-Semitic. But what about those dirty gutter rats, man, that were singing and celebrating the death of Arabs and Palestinians? Nobody had nothing to say about them. But this is the way that the world works, and you understand who rules the world when you observe who you can't say anything against or oppress, man. And it's these small hat devils. They are the rulers of darkness of this world. They are the people that run the left hand side of the society, and ultimately you can't say a damn fucking thing against them because Esau Edom, yeah, Esau Edom rules the society, and his chief seat is amongst Amalek, man. You got the Zionists in there that are, the who are referred to as the Zionists, that are the elites of Esau Edom, and you have the Rothschild family, the Rockefellers, those types of families amongst them. But you have the rest of Amalek as well. And you have the lower level shills, the ones you see in like the likes of Golders Green, Stamford Hill, and the rest of it. The Orthodox Jews. But then ultimately, like, they don't give a fuck about the Palestinians, and a number of them are basically with the massacre. But the moment you say anything against them or even retaliate to their offensive chants, you're seen as the enemy. I mean, come on, man. That's why when this man goes into captivity, anyway, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. And people are happy. If you watch the comments of these YouTube videos, people are calling for the release naturally of the people of Amsterdam and saying, yo, why throw those small hats in jail instead? They're singing about and celebrating genocide, man. But of course, Esau Edom's going to spin the narrative of, oh, Israel has a right to defend itself. But these individuals are going to a football game that has nothing to do with the war and then singing, celebrating about the genocide of the people of Palestine. But imagine, like, people were going around singing songs about the hoax, the H hoax. All of a sudden, there'll be a big, major problem, wouldn't it? But this is the world that we live in, man. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. When Esau Edom is taken down, yeah, every single Edomite at that, even the trees are going to sing praises and rejoice for the fact that Esau Edom is no longer in power. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. Yeah. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? When they see Esau Edom finally pulled away from his power seat and debased, the heathens are gonna look at this man and think, wait, what? You're like us now? Yeah, have you become like unto us? Your pomp, brought down to the grave. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, thou that weaken the nations? People are gonna look at this man and think, damn, your fall was, it was epic. You was literally at the top of the world, ruling everything. You had all the world's riches. You had the people pretty much under a spell, ready to do anything to exalt you, to honor and revel you, and still you ended up getting taken down, man. The scripture says that Satan, one of the prophets wrote, he beheld Satan fallen as lightning. That means, like, literally, Esau Eden, man, the physical incarnation of Satan, was once in power, and then in the time to come, he's going to literally, We're almost within an instant, man, lose all of that decadence, all of that power. It says, thy pomp is brought down to the great. No, sorry, I read that already, Salakia. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Basically, a prideful devil that he is. And who else is more prideful than Esau Edom, especially the small hats, man? These small hat J's, man. You want to talk about pride? They're in a foreign nation chanting down the Arabs and then trying to call people anti-Semitic for attacking them for being demons. You got the Israeli government talking about, no, we need to lock these people up. They can't believe they're attacking our citizens. Your citizens are in a foreign nation chanting down against. Anyway. Thou hast said, yeah, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof? That opened up the house of his prisoners. And you only got to look at the history of America, look at the history of Britain across the globe as a colonial power, the wicked dark history of Britain. Look at the history of France, Italy, Spain, Belgium. I mean, come on, man. These devils done all sorts of wickedness and they're about to be paid back for it. Look at the history of Israel in the Middle East, man. They're at war with everyone. Lebanon, they're at war with Iran. They've been at war with Iraq. Palestine. Come on, man. Everybody is going to be at the neck of these devils, man. If you're an Edomite, man, I'm telling you, it's the worst thing you could possibly be. Like, what is it's worse than being a fucking mosquito, bro. An Edomite, man. In the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have mosquitoes, bees, we're gonna have pigs, all the things that Esau Edom. Well, he doesn't despise the pig; he loves the pig. But we're gonna have the bottom feeders, octopuses. We're gonna have worms, everything like the most nasty creatures that basically are just there to do the grunt work of the earth. We're gonna have all of them there. Esau Edom, oh man. This man has made the earth as a wilderness. Look at Lebanon and their chief cities and what they look like now after Esau Edom's had his way with them. Look at Palestine. That place weren't no paradise, but they had, civilizations, buildings. Now they got craters in the earth that people are sleeping in. Like the over 50% of the population, probably even closer to 100, but like over 50% of the population conservatively is homeless, no place to stay, nothing. Like thousands of people dead. Like literally transformed that place into a very basic but standard civilization in the Middle East to just hell to live in, man. Craters everywhere, all kinds of fuckery going on. This man is the devil, man. It says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou, Esau, art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, as the raiment of those that are slain thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Man, thou shalt not be drowned with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. And that's right, man. The Lord's going to do away with you devils, man. Esau Edom is totally going to be done away with perpetually. There ain't going to be no room for no Edomite in the kingdom of heaven, man. I'll tell you that for a fact. Esau Edom is about to be done away with for eternity, man. Like there's no room for an Edomite, man, in the kingdom that the Lord Jehovah Shai is about to establish for us, man. Because ultimately, man, they just can't be cohabited with. Look at this shit that they've done upon the earth in the last couple of days. Look at the state of America. Look at the state of Europe, man. This devil is not fit to rule nothing. But anytime you try and defend yourself as well against the tyranny of this devil, he'll try and make you out to be the aggressor. So, Psalm 73, verse 3, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Now, the psalmist Asaph here is saying, yo, like, he was basically seeing these devils and the evil ones on this side do all kind of fuckery and get away with it, and no one could chat to them. Like, even, like I said in that video in Amsterdam, you got it to where these Israelis are in a foreign country being assholes. They get beaten up, and then the residents are accused of being anti-Semitic because they're putting these devils in their place. All kinds of wickedness, man. And then you got police escorting the small hats to their hotels and apologizing to the Israeli Amsterdam's, basically pressing down on them, the locals that defended the honor of those Palestinians, even though at the end of the day they're all heathens. But that the government of the Netherlands is pressing down on the locals for attacking them, and then they're trying to issue apologies over to Israel more than likely. It's just a mess. It's a complete fucking mess. And basically Asaph here was saying, damn man, these motherfuckers, they just get away with anything. Nobody wants to press them for nothing. And they're prospering, they're financially good, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than the heart could wish. Like, you got these Rothschilds eating caviar, staying in like different manors. They got the Waddesdon manors, and they're different premises across the UK. Probably like major homes outside of the country in England. Like, they got their equivalents, the Rockefellers in the US. I mean, like, these devils are out here running monopolies, doing all sorts of wickedness, and it seems like they're just kind of navigating it with no issues, right? It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than their heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression, they speak loftily. That's why it's the group of them, like normal small hats, yeah, are comfortable going to a foreign country singing death to the Arabs, let the IDF destroy them. Because, I mean, like, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They know they're not the people of the land. Yet they're out there trying to talk about ethnic cleansing and using the scriptures that speak about Amalek being totally decimated and butchering it via their leader, not a real Jew, to justify what they're doing in Palestine. They set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walketh through the earth. Man. Man, and that's why when the Lord gives us the power, man, I'm telling you, man, you Edomites are going to be expunged, man. You're going to be shown how expandable you are when the Lord Yahweh Shai gives us the power to put you down. I'm telling you. Anyway. You see, we are going to be given the right by Yahweh Shai to take you devils out. Isaiah 14:21. It says here, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. Meaning, take out every single one of them, man. No Edomite child, no Edomite woman after that 1,000 years of captivity is going to be spared. Every single one of them is going to go into captivity and slavery as a group, intense slavery at that, and they're going to be taken out, man. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts. This is Yahweh speaking, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. Now notice it says the name and remnant and son and nephew, meaning all of the male children, including the women, but there ain't going to be no offshoot of Esau Edom that goes and hides in a cave somewhere and then 1,000 years later brings back 100 Edomites and then they rebel. None of that's going to happen, man. Every single Edomite, from their mightiest to their most, I was gonna say their most regal, but there ain't no such thing as a regal Edomite. But their rulers to like their men of war to their children, their rulers to their men of war to their children. Every single one of these Edomites are gonna get taken the fuck out, man. Yeah, and everything that from the name of Babylon, the USA is gonna be a distant thing of the past. Like when the Lord makes America nothing more than a massive crater on the earth. You might pass by there on a chariot with your son and look at that and say, son, the beast man used to dwell there. He used to rule there. They used to have this thing called democracy where they would choose heathens and women to rule over over nations. And now the Lord has destroyed that place because he thought he could fight against the Most High. And then your son might look at you like, oh, Father, like, oh, Abba. What, looking at you confused, and you say, yes, the beast man. He is no more. You know, like in that scene in Lion King where Mufasa looks over the wasteland and he tells Simba, Simba, you must never go there. Like, because America's literally going to be a place for desert and dolphin-like creatures, man. That's all that. It's going to be a wasteland, a perpetual wasteland. Yeah. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water. I will sweep it with the bosom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. What's that? Those nuclear missiles. And it's going to be added on to by the chariots when Yahweh Shai returns, man, when the fire's already kindled by the time he arrives. And he's going to add more fire onto it, man. I'm telling you, these Edomites, they're going to have their pride humbled. The scripture says in Revelations, he that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. These Edomites ain't going to get away with it. And reincarnation is a thing, man. These simple ass devils, the lower equivalents of them don't understand it. But every single one of those individuals in that vigil are gonna come back into captivity right underneath us, man. And although all the other nations, including the Arabs, are gonna be under servitude, under captivity, also there's levels. Esau Edom is gonna be at the base of that. We're gonna set taskmasters over these devils, and you best believe these heathens are gonna be with it. These Arabs, these Hamites, like Ishmael, Elam, Moab, Ammon, Ham, and General Japhet, they're going to be, and some of these other Shemitic nations, they're going to be down with it, man. They're going to be down to take Esau, Edom the fuck out, man. They're going to put hell on Esau, Edom on our behalf. Esau's literally going to be the bottom feeders, man. Right where he belongs. Worse than he was when he was grunting in the caves. Trust me. And I know that's hard to believe, but when we get our hands on these devils and it's round the corner, man, every single one of them is going to feel the wrath, man. From the greatest to the least of them. We're going to have even their elites burying dead bodies as their first task after the Third World War that's about to come, man. Man, Amalek, man, is the first of the nations, but his latter end is that he shall perish forever. As the scripture says, man. Patience. Just a matter of time. But people are starting to realize that this man is a devil and his power is waning, man. You know, Israel is on high alert, man. Wherever these small hats dwell in London, they got 24/7 security because they know the public are vexed, man. Yeah, there's demonstrations against them pretty much every week in the UK, man, and across Europe also, and I'm sure in certain pockets of America. Their time is finished, man. Their time is finished. It's nearly that time for judgment, and they ain't gonna escape it. Shalom.